So we flew from London to New York with Virgin Atlantic.
The flight to New York was really fun.
It started off pretty well. We got invited to the upper class clubhouse.
Have a few drinks over there. It's a good place to talk, get familiar with some people, relax a little bit.
I think it was really good because us really being able to enjoy the experience really kind of took away all of the kind of think about work and all about nervousness, I guess.
We're all having a good time and all learning about each other's businesses, and it's great to see how other people work, and for me, I learn from those things and I can kind of hopefully put it into what I do.
I was able to break out my computer, got a good 5 hours of working on the flight.
Yeah, it was just a very relaxing start to the journey.
We were invited to this training day at Fried Frank.
It was a great opportunity to get a sort of quick overview of the lot of different issues and aspects that we need to think about in terms of setting up an office here.
We did sessions on pitching, we did sessions with lawyers, we did sessions about insurance.
UKTI spoke to us about some of the help that they can provide in terms of introducing us into the business scene here.
The lawyers, I got a little free legal advice, it's always useful to have.
And we were talking about the fact that we're partnering with some companies in America and about the fact that we need to really clarify whether they are partners or they're clients, because if they're partners then we might be liable for some tax in the States, but if we say that they're clients then we're not.
How to structure a US subsidiary in terms of, you know, having the UK company own the US company and that be the sort of parent-child sort of relationship.
The most useful part of the day was the pitching.
Annette was there to give us some coaching in terms of our performance in pitching.
It allowed me to be more concise and direct when it came to my 1-minute elevator pitch.
How to stand, how to project your voice, how to pause at certain instances and to create dramatic effect.
Over here in New York, you have to be quite to the point and they want to understand what you do very quickly.
Helped boost my confidence a little bit, found it really useful, the sessions.
Meeting Anthony at Squarespace was fun. He's definitely a classic hacker entrepreneur guy who's building Squarespace because he loves it.
He gave us a different perspective of his journey through starting up his company.
First phase was just him alone in his room, sort of building something and coding it. The second phase, he had brought on a few people, but it wasn't, you know, by any means a huge company. And then the third phase was after he raised some money, and then they've now got, I think, over 100 people in New York. I asked him a question at one point, like, why didn't you sell the company earlier? And he just looks at us and he's like, well, what would I do if I sold it? Going to Brooklyn Bowl was really fun.
It was our first big night out. We were all dancing, there was a good vibe, good flow amongst the group.
It was fun to get a little competitive with everybody, a little teasing.
After ingesting the right number of beers, you know, I think I reached a sort of peak around the second bowling game.
It's been a great group, really exciting. I enjoy everybody's company.
Sometimes when you enter a group, it can feel bitchy or like people are judging you. But I feel this group, just the dynamic works really well. And Brooklyn Bowl was the first night of that.
We went to the world famous Katzs Deli.
We went down to Katzs Deli, which is this famous New York diner.
It's the first time I've ever been to like a proper deli place.
They make a good pastrami sandwich, but it is a large sandwich.
I ordered the largest sandwich I have ever eaten in my entire life.
I guess more meat than any human stomach should really consume.
I ordered a Reuben with cheese and pastrami, and it was about, you know, no joke, about that big.
I wouldn't say I struggled. I made it past the line, you know. I pretty much crawled past there.
Again, that's what we've done all this week, is go and adventure into new places. It's been a fantastic opportunity to really get to know New York, really.
So this is Vibes. This is the world's first smartphone controlled vibrator.
It's a pretty risky product I've got, and it's by far the most out there product of the group.
New York does look to London as a progressive fast-moving, forward-thinking place.
They love it. They love all things British. They're just a bunch of closet kind of Anglophiles, to be perfectly honest.